What is up, y'all? You know what channel it is. I'm Patrick, and what a shit show. But hey, I'm back out in the shop. Not bike shit today. Actually, was truck shit. It's been screwed up for a while. This rusted, busted, crusted piece of shit had plastic. What the fuck are they called? Bushings, plastic bushings that went from my shifter to the linkage on my transfer case. And I guess because I didn't use it a lot, when this thing started to rust, it stuck to the plastic bushings. And when I went to put it in four-wheel low, the bushings just crumbled and this bitch fell the fuck off. Which was all fine. I was in four-wheel low. I was doing some work. I was moving some big logs, dragging them with my truck. Lowering a camper down my back hill, which is crazy steep. Anyway, when I got done, I went to put it back into two-wheel drive. The stick was just flopping around, wasn't hooked to shit. I looked around and found this busted-ass piece of linkage laying on the fucking ground. I got up under the truck, and the holes where these pins fit is about a half inch. It's about the size of my fucking pinky. And I went through hell looking for these fucking bushings, parts stores, and all this shit. And I finally said, fuck it, and decided I'd make my own piece. And instead of that one-sided jacked up rod, I actually used two pieces of 1/8 inch thick. Well, I think it's 1/8 inch. It's pretty fucking thin. It might be thinner than that. But anyway, I used these two pieces of angle iron. Made my own bushings out of metal, not plastic. This is funny. I actually cut two pieces off of a small socket to make them spacers. I already had the nuts and bolts. I had to go to the hardware store for flat washers and lock washers. And you can kind of see I tuned it up a little bit. It's not just all square and whatnot. Rounded off all the corners, edges, and shit like that. A little more off one side than the other because that's the side that's against the transmission. It's going to go under there like this with the stick come down through the floor, and we'll go in the top here in the gap. And the transfer case arm will come in from the bottom on this side. And I think I got that gap pretty good, man, because like I said, the shifter and the piece on the transmission are flat steel, and I wanted them to be close, but not so tight that they're not free. I'm going to take some bearing grease and grease the living hell out of these bushings, and bolt this bad bitch on there, man. Sandwich it on there. It ain't pretty. I thought about painting it so it don't rust so fast, but I was supposed to get it on there today. We've only got so many more days of nice weather, but obviously I wasn't going to get it on there today, so I figure I'll tune it up a little bit, clean it up so there's no corners or sharp edges on it. And hopefully it goes on there pretty good. I mean, I got the ends lined up pretty nice. Believe it or not, I marked them holes freehand with a Sharpie. I just laid the piece next to the angle iron and marked them with a Sharpie and drilled them. I couldn't believe they lined up fucking perfect. Speaking of drilling holes, damn stink bugs. I got these titanium nitride or whatever the fuck called that yellow shit, and people kept saying they were junk, but they were cheap, and you get the whole fucking set for like fucking $10. And I've never had a problem with them until I started drilling this angle iron, which is, to my knowledge, is just mild steel. It's not hardened or anything. The small bits went right through it, so I made my pilot holes. But the bigger bits, man, maybe I was running them too fast. I was using cutting fluid, Tap Magic cutting fluid. If you had never heard of it, get some. It's great. But ended up having to go back to the fucking hardware store and pick up this cobalt steel bad motherfucker here. This thing went right through that shit. So I'm probably going to break down and buy me a set of those. Excuse the crap. I got shit everywhere. But Broke out the trusty angle grinder and the Tiger disc to clean up all the edges. These things are great. This one's not called a Tiger disc, but it's the same fucking thing. It's just a generic version. But those are awesome and cheap. But that's my masterpiece for now. Probably get out there tomorrow, try to throw that bad boy on there, see how it goes. And if all is successful and it works and I don't look like an idiot, I'll throw up a little video, man. You guys can see how it fits, and if it works, it's great, because if snow comes and I ain't got four-wheel drive, I am screwed. My driveway is short and steep. But I'm getting tired, man. I'm getting hungry. Just wanted to get this all fabbed up, and it's about as fabbed as I'm going to fab it. But I may break down and paint it before I crash, before I get out of here. If not, oh well, no big deal. Everything else under my truck's rusty as hell anyway. You can tell by that linkage rod. It's a piece of crap. Can't believe they put plastic bushings on that shit. Anyway, you let me get this fucking Frankenstein shit bolted on there. That motherfucker won't come off again. But anyway, as always, it's fucking dark out. You know, that's the kind of time I have. But always as is, man, trying to get out here and make a little video for y'all. I still got a shit ton of stuff to fucking do. I always got shit to do. I just ain't got fucking time. But sorry to make this just standing here staring at this shit. But as you see, I got my fucking crap is everywhere. It's destroyed in here. But anyway, as always, just letting you know I'm alive and kicking. And probably try to do some more videos, man. For anybody that's new, I appreciate you. Anybody that's been here all this freaking time, what is wrong with you? I appreciate you. But I'm well, things are well. Other than my shop being a total fucking mess, but that's pretty much always these days. But anyway, wish me luck. Hopefully it all goes good. Damn, I hear an owl out there hooting. We are in the woods. But ta-ta for now. Peace.